When a Georgia man reported his Honda stolen, the responding deputy didn't investigate the suspected thief. Instead, she investigated the victim, kicking off a massive police cover-up. The deputy realized the thief was her own ex-husband's daughter. To protect her, she manipulated the official dispatch log. Watch how this stolen vehicle report was erased and replaced with a low-priority domestic disturbance code. Next, she ran a national crime database search, but left the suspect's information blank. Instead, she exclusively ran the victim's name, preventing the car from being flagged as stolen. The timestamps revealed the sheer speed of this burial. Just 109 seconds after pulling the victim's background, she officially cleared the scene. Over the next 3 days, the department ignored the victim's location tips, secretly recovering the car only after it was crashed into a utility pole. The final insult? The victim paid a $350 impound fee for his totaled car, only to find the thief's ID sitting right in the center console. But that digital paper trail survived. Armed with the department's unaltered metadata, the victim filed a massive federal lawsuit against the sheriff and deputies for evidence suppression.
Imagine rolling the exact same dice as everyone else, but, you never land on go to jail because your dad essentially owns the board.
Right, yeah. It's a completely rigged game.
Exactly. So welcome to today's deep dive. We are looking at a staggering real-world case of local corruption, focusing on how a father's badge served as his son's get-out-of-jail-free card.
And just to clarify for you listening, we're unpacking this through a master chronology. It was actually compiled by a civilian for a federal civil rights lawsuit.
Which is wild in itself.
Yeah, and we're cross-referencing that with official police incident reports, plus internal disciplinary records.
So the mission for you today is to see how these two timelines overlap. On one side, we have a sheriff's deputy's administrative abuses, and on the other, his son's, well, miraculously lenient criminal record.
It's quite the coincidence.
Right. Let's jump right into the catalyst here. July 30, 2016, a place called Jake's Fireworks.
So a guy named Joshua Collins calls the police. He claims he was robbed at gunpoint of $200 while opening up the store.
But investigators show up and, immediately spot some massive red flags.
Oh, instantly. I mean, they find a demand note left at the scene, but, and you can't make this up, it's written on Joshua's own yellow tablet paper.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and using his own brown marker.
His alibi reads like a bad movie script, honestly. Like the director just forgot to check for plot holes.
Exactly. When the police start asking just, basic logistical questions, the whole timeline evaporates.
Because he claims he went for this bizarre 5:00 a.m. jog down the highway in workout clothes. And oh, by the way, had a very convenient 30-minute chat downtown with his dad the night before.
Right, it just doesn't add up. So the contradictions pile up so fast that Joshua is arrested right there. False report of a crime and theft by taking.
Now, the fact that the dad from that 30-minute chat happens to be Sheriff's Deputy Captain Wilton Collins, that explains basically everything that happens next.
It's the key to the whole timeline.
Because if you look at the dates, just a few months prior, in April 2016, Joshua actually had his probation revoked.
Yep, he was already in trouble.
But somehow, after this whole elaborate fireworks stunt, he manages to secure first offender status and a brand new probation sentence in 2017.
Which is incredible.
Wait, hold on, though, because I'm looking at his rap sheet from 2010, and it shows prior forgery convictions.
Right, yeah.
How can you legally be a first offender a second time? I mean, does the justice system just hit reset, or is this blatant fraud?
Well, according to the documents, it points heavily toward blatant manipulation of the system.
Okay, how so?
So if you look at the internal personnel files, they allege that Captain Collins deliberately tampered with the police reports.
Oh, wow. Just went in and changed them.
Yeah. He purposefully deflated the fireworks theft total down to exactly $485.
Ah, okay. Because in a lot of jurisdictions, $500 is the magic threshold for a felony charge, right?
Spot on. By shaving those numbers down, he kept the charge as a misdemeanor.
So it allowed the system to essentially gloss over the prior convictions.
Exactly. They processed Joshua under that lenient status, entirely avoiding a major felony conviction.
It's like the father is treating the local justice system like a family IT department.
Yeah, that is
just going into the back end and deleting his son's user errors.
That is a perfect way to put it, honestly. And when you lay their timelines side by side, it's this fascinating, really disturbing parallel.
Because while Joshua's criminal activities were escalating, his dad's career was tanking.
Right. Captain Wilton Collins's own career was cratering. Just a year prior, so in 2015, Wilton was formally stripped of his command over an explosive ordnance unit.
Because of what, exactly?
Documented severe leadership ineptitude.
Okay, so he's covering up his son's petty thefts while his own career is on the rocks. But this doesn't stay hidden forever, right?
No, it doesn't. Once a civilian starts putting these puzzle pieces together, the father's tactics shift. He goes from being defensive to aggressively offensive.
Which brings us to the guy who compiled the timeline, a civilian named Faircloth, in 2024.
Right. Faircloth is meticulously compiling this timeline for a federal lawsuit, and suddenly he ends up spending 72 days in the county jail.
Wait, so a police captain essentially used the county jail as his own personal timeout corner for a critic. How does he even pull that off?
By authoring a retaliatory false extortion charge.
You're kidding. No.
Because of his rank, Captain Collins had the authority to initiate serious felony charges. He claimed Faircloth was trying to extort the department.
Which triggered an immediate arrest, I'm assuming.
Yeah, and it denied Faircloth bail for over 2 months. It completely derailed his life and his investigation.
That is terrifying. To just manifest a charge to silence someone who's tracking your paper trail.
It really is. But it eventually falls apart. Faircloth is finally released.
Okay, good.
And just 1 month after that release, Captain Wilton Collins abruptly retires from the sheriff's office.
Wow, convenient timing. And right around that same time, doesn't Joshua mysteriously acquire over $500,000 in real estate?
Yep. Despite records showing he was basically insolvent just a few years prior.
It's just a clear picture of how a badge can be weaponized. Not just to buffer a family member from the law, but, to actively crush anyone who notices the pattern.
Absolutely.
These intertwined careers showcase the terrifying reality of systemic protection. It really proves that sometimes the board game really is rigged from the start.
Sadly is.
Which leaves you with a final question to ponder today. We know what happened because this timeline was exposed. But if a wrong civilian hadn't meticulously compiled this exact timeline for a federal lawsuit, how long would this father-son operation have continued completely unchecked in the shadows?